Hello YouTube, I'm Sophie. Welcome to my new kitchen. YouTube, it's been quite a while. I moved in May and then I don't really know how it's August, but here we are. I've been very busy. I've been doing some catering, private chefing. I did a pop-up in Toronto a couple weeks ago. If you want to follow along with the things that I do day to day, head to my Instagram, sculpting on Instagram. I hope you've been enjoying your summer and getting outside and all that stuff. So I hope you enjoyed this video that was filmed literally in April. Without further ado, hello, I'm Sophie. Welcome back to my kitchen. Today we're making meringue. We're gonna be sculpting today. We're gonna be artistes, sugar sculptors. And my vision is monsters, specifically meringue monsters. I've actually never done this before and we're gonna do it together. First ingredient that we need are eggies. We're gonna separate the whites and the yolks. It's easiest to separate eggs when they're cold, but in order for them to whip to the best of their ability, they should be room temperature. So we're gonna separate them and then let the egg whites come to room temperature. Do 4 large egg whites, and it's best to separate them out in your hands because the shells are sharp and they will puncture the yolk. You want to be really careful not to get any of the egg yolk into your egg whites. We're gonna leave them out to come to room temperature. Using a KitchenAid for this is definitely the easiest way. You could also do it with a hand mixer. So to prep, you wanna make sure that it's all very clean and that there's no chance of any oil or fat left in here. So you wanna wash it really well with warm soapy water and then give it a little rinse with either lemon or vinegar just to make sure that there's no oily residue, because that will impede the whipping of the whites, okay? Put a bit of vinegar on a paper towel and I'm giving it a good wipe. Same goes for this attachment that we're gonna use. Just gonna go up all the prongs. Is that the word? I have a bunch of strawberries in the fridge that need to be eaten, so I'm gonna make a little compote to dip the meringue in or to pour over the meringue. Strawberries, sort of more than any other fruit, are highly sprayed. Unfortunately, these ones aren't organic. So you just wanna make sure to give your strawberries a really good rinse. So super simple, you're gonna take the greens off of these strawberries and I think I'm just gonna quarter them. I don't love a regular jam that's kind of that jelly consistency and that's so packed full of sugar and like thick and gelatinous. I prefer more of a compote style jam that's still chunky, has some texture, isn't overly sweet. Granted, it's not gonna set like a traditional jam. I like a silky, chunky situation. This is about 2 large containers of strawberries. I'll measure them out in cups and see how many it is. Although this is not a recipe. I'll make it into a recipe while I'm doing the video, but I will be eyeballing and tasting for the sugar levels. Wow, look at that honker. The last strawberry. Let me measure this out for y'all. 6 cups of quartered strawberries. Oh, and I forgot, we have to preheat the oven. 325, and then when we put our meringue in, we're gonna drop the temperature. Let me eyeball this shugs. Just shy of 1 cup. Give this a good mix around, let the strawberries macerate a little bit. I'm gonna go lemon, cardamom, strawberry, classic mix, and I'm just gonna put some lemon peel in here, and then I'll put some juice in at the end. We did the peel of 1 lemon, and I'm gonna put cardamom in. I'm gonna do 12 cardamom pods, just simply because 12 is my lucky number. All right, we're gonna whack that on the stove and just let it do its sure that you're stirring it every now and then so it doesn't burn. I don't know if you can tell, but there's a storm brewing. It's pretty dark in here all of a sudden. It feels special to be making a jam during a storm. Usually it takes about 20 minutes for them to warm up to room temperature. We're almost there. I am gonna keep the sugar out because it's possible that I'm gonna wanna add more sugar to the jam. And I'm gonna add a little pinch of salt because I want to. Prepare our trays with parchment. So this type of meringue that we're making, you could just use a spoon and put it onto a baking sheet and sort of make like a cookie form. I'm gonna be using piping bags because I'm making meringue monsters. The funny thing is I really don't have a sweet tooth. I don't even really, like meringue is good, I guess, it's sweet, but I don't even really care about meringue. I just wanna make the monsters. And I love how it's sculptural. It is also, it's light enough that it doesn't feel super heavy. It has like a nice crunch. I'll have ice cream in my freezer for like 6 months and it won't be finished. The strawberries are releasing a bunch of juice. Can you see the juice? The juice. So we're gonna let that cook down and reduce. I said I was gonna freestyle, but I guess I should maybe sketch out my vision a little bit here. Okay, so here's some very rough drawings of the potential creature. The monster face, this looks like a 2-year-old did it. I don't know what's going on over here, but it has tits. So I'm hoping that it's gonna look more professional. Now comes the meringue part. Just gonna put your whisk attachment on your stand mixer if you're using a stand mixer. Put the egg whites into the bowl. Pat it down. So at the start here, we are just gonna put the 4 egg whites and a 1/4 teaspoon of cream of tarte. We're gonna turn this on to medium and let the egg whites and the cream of tartar get fluffy. Once the egg whites and cream of tartar have become fluffy, then you're gonna slowly incorporate the sugar until stiff peaks form. Okay, we're gonna do our first test. I can already tell it's not ready. See how it's falling over a bit? We want it stiffer than that. But at this stage, I am gonna add a tiny bit of vanilla. Maybe like 1/4 teaspoon. Oh, so close. That is looking good. How incredible that egg whites and sugar do this. So now we want to fill our piping bag. Wow, I'm doing this in a really stupid way. Try and get all the air out of here. So I'm going to do a general shape. Okay, there's air bubbles, but that's okay. I'm going to smooth it out. I've filled the second piping bag with a smaller nozzle so that I can get in there with more detail. Go in with the eyebrows. It's looking more kindergarten here, but I'm still working on it. But I can't take forever because the meringue will start to deflate. Oh my god. Shit. It's okay. It's okay. It's fine. Okay, here's the thing. It looks like a kid did it. things got a bit hectic, but this might be too thin. It might not even hold in the oven. So we're gonna see what happens. This is the test run. Test monster. Here we go, vertical. Is it gonna work? I have no idea. Let's give it fur, spiky fur. Look, it's not the vision I had, but I feel like this is what we're going with. It reminds me of a spiky snail slash like rhinoceros. This is its head. It's got tits here, little antennas, and these cute little spikes on its neck. I don't know. We're putting it in the oven. I was picturing myself being an incredible meringue sculptor. I actually have friends coming over for dinner in like an hour and my apartment's a disaster. So with the leftover meringue, I'm just gonna make little spike cookies. I can't believe I wore black for this. Most of the things I know about desserts I've learned from other chefs that I've worked with, a lot from YouTube. I love watching Erin McDowell because I feel like she's such an amazing teacher and has a wealth of knowledge, and I followed her meringue recipe for this, so I'll link the video below. I'm just using my fingers at this point. Okay, the meringues are in the oven. They should take about an hour until they're dry. I've made a huge mess. I honestly did pretty good. I think I just have some on my sleeve here. There's quite a bit on the camera. It's been so long since I played with my food. For compote jam situation, I love the texture. It doesn't need any more sugar. Honestly, it's like, for my preference, a little bit too sweet. The lemon peel has imparted its flavor. A slight cardamom kick. Then I'm gonna add a little bit of fresh lemon juice, just to brighten it up a bit. Squeeze, maybe a teaspoon. What the hell? Getting lemon pits and things when I'm clearly straining it is one of my pet peeves. If you ever bit down on a lemon pip, it's disgusting. I know that there's 12 cardamom pods in here, so I'll pick them out. Will I pick them out? Just tell the guests. Careful, there's cardamom pods. What's worse, biting into a cardamom pod or a lemon pit? Both pretty unpleasant. There might be both in here. Pretty cool, hey? Pretty Michelin star stuff here. Look at the detail in the mouth. Don't you just want to give this guy a big smoocheroo? That is top quality craftsmanship. Can you guys believe how well this turned out? The monster has collapsed, but I'm kind of loving this big spike moment. I don't know, and these guys are looking cute. Tragedy. Okay, my friends are here for dinner and I've decided I'm gonna present the really bad monster to them for a genuine reaction, and they're thinking they're getting some really cool dessert. It's a special dessert.
Oh my god! Who is she? Oh, it's Meringue. I love her.
And she got lips.
Where's she come from?
Lips and fangs, baby.
Exactly.
I want to just like grab it or like smash it.
Well, I want to like take a bite of its what ear. We're gonna do, we all just like hold it and like take a bite of its ear.
Wow.
Oh.
In the mouth.
Out of the eyeballs. Yeah. Yes.
Is it jam?
It's strawberry cardamom jam.
Oh,
it's
wow.
so good.
Oh
yeah! Incroyable.
Okay, and now you can just rip her apart.
Oh.
What? I knew you were waiting.
Wow, you made them.
Can you put a little compote on the ear?
I really taste the cardamom. C'est vachement bon.
C'est vachement bon.
Oh!
Whoa.
Je te jure.
It's crazy.
What's in here? Wow, it's literally so
That
good.
tastes divine.
Really good. Wow.
I hope this like is good content because
These are
Little
cute.
spiky cookies.
Kind of like Mario World, like the things that they
Yeah.
hop on. Okay, so you need to do a detailed sketch.
I'll come back.
I liked it. There's nothing wrong with it. Good for someone.
Good for someone.
Good for a kid's birthday.
Making these meringue monsters led me to the idea of making these large spiky meringue centerpieces, which guests then smashed at a gallery event I catered, and it topped their basil lime sorbet. So you know what? You just never know where an idea is gonna lead you. I guess this episode was just a fun little experimental episode, and to remind you not to be scared to get creative and to try things in the kitchen, because what's the worst that's gonna happen? You're gonna eat an ugly, delicious monster? Thank you so much. See you next time.